Did you see about like the nurses
No, what about
that
the
they're
nurses?
going online like pleading for their jobs, or they're crying because they're gonna lose their jobs because they don't want to get vaccinated?
You know what I have to say to those people?
I don't feel bad at all.
Like,
It's funny.
it wouldn't be so bad if like the thing they have to do is like literally just go get vaccinated. It's free.
Yeah.
It's like the easiest thing you could do. Like, I don't have any sympathy for you whatsoever. Like, there's absolutely no excuse.
Oh, and in
Zero.
one day, 178 nurses were fired and 178 nurses were hired.
Good.
Just like that.
Oh yeah, that's
So
probably
they're
honestly.
replaceable, and they have to like see now
Oh
you're
yeah.
fucking replaceable.
And honestly, only
Cry about
107.
it.
I mean, think about how many nurses there are. Like, only 179? That's not too bad. I'd say that's not too bad. And plus, there's probably more people who want to freaking go work now that, like, they know that everyone's vaccinated.
Even as the Delta variant 19 as COVID-19 has been hitting this country hard.
I just have to say that Joe Biden talking over Minecraft music is a vibe. Okay, that's all I have to say.
We have the tools to combat the virus. If we can come together as a country and use those tools. If we raise our vaccination rate, protect ourselves and others with masking, expanded testing, and identify people who are infected, we can and we will turn the tide on COVID-19.
Yeah. Freaking, did you hear about, what was it? Denmark? Did you hear, I think I do have the article up here. We were going to talk about it later, but they ended all their COVID restrictions.
Oh yeah.
After
I did not hear about that.
That's freaking incredible. After 548 days with restrictions to limit of spread of COVID, Denmark's high vaccination rate has enabled the Scandinavian country to become one of the first European Union nations to lift all domestic restrictions. That's freaking incredible. More than 80% of the people above the age of 12 had the 2 shots. Look at that. High vaccination rate. Ended all the restrictions. Holy crap. It's not a freaking world domination thing after all. Holy crap.
It'll take a lot of hard work. It's going to take some time. Many of us are frustrated with the nearly 80 million Americans who are still not vaccinated, even though the vaccine is safe, effective, and free. You might be confused about what is true and what is false about COVID-19.
I will say, though, that if he really wanted to get the rest of the people vaccinated, all he'd have to say is he's mandating not getting the vaccine, and they'll be like, oh, well.
It's like I told you the other day that I saw that guy. I think it was like, if you want people to get vaccinated, just all Biden has to do is tell people that we're going to give all the unused vaccinations to illegal immigrants.
Yeah, right, yeah.
We'll take them right away.
Oh, for real. Like, immediately be freaking... That's true. Honestly, you know what I think we could probably do? I bet we could come up with an even crazier, better conspiracy theory. But one that it's like so subtle that like they don't even like they wouldn't even realize that. Well, we could say like, oh well, Bernie Sanders and Greta Thunberg, they're like working together in this like cabal of like socialism.
Before I took office, we hadn't ordered enough vaccine for every American. Just weeks in office, we did. The week before I took office on January 20th.
The only thing I kind of dislike about Biden is like, I think he used the fact that Trump was so awful, like, and he like
to his advantage.
Obviously still uses it, like to his advantage.
Yeah,
like he's still using it, like. I'm never gonna stop the Minecraft music just goes with everything. It's perfect. I like love it. I have no reason to stop it. He's like, look how angry he is. He's pissed.
By the fact that despite America having unprecedented and successful vaccination program, despite the
he's
fact
pissed.
That
I'm good, freaking good. Oh my
free
gosh.
vaccines have been available in 80,000 different locations.
It's like sometimes I'm like, this might be a little unnecessary, but then I'm like, no, it's really not. Like, and the thing about it too is it probably wouldn't have even got to like mandatory like vaccines or anything if like people would have just wore a freaking mask from the beginning. Like they just wore a mask, try to mitigate this the best we could. And like the thing would be too is if like most people were like actually like, you know, taking this taking it seriously like it should be, then like 100% like I don't think any of this would be happening whatsoever. Like that's the thing is like not only are they not taking it seriously, they're like going out of their way to like try to spread it. And it's like that type of like that's fucked up. Like if people were like being like I don't need the vaccine, but I'm still gonna, you know, wear my mask in public and, you know, wash my hands and do my part. You know what I mean? Like I would feel a lot better about it. And like I definitely would say these like mandates are a little and the thing is I don't even think they're over the top. I think they're perfectly within like things we've done previously in the past and within legal limits. I mean, you still have freedom of choice. I mean, there's no freedoms being taken away here. Not in my opinion. It's like you have, if you don't agree with it, you can find. There's other jobs. Like there's so many places right now that are like looking for people. Like you could get a job anywhere. I have to say this: the Scribblenauts Unlimited gameplay is very bug. Yeah, right. It's like if you don't want to look at me and you don't want to listen to what I'm saying, at least Somber's here. Have you guys seen this guy? Have you guys seen this guy? Everybody should go subscribe to Andre Antunes.
Bitch, you're a mechanic. You should be able to fix this.
Like it's actually really good. It's like really good. It's like it's so good that I almost forget.
Oh, that video.
I almost forget that he's being like just a big baby. This part's awesome. Yeah, so...
That's it. Simple, plain, straightforward. Get them vaccinated.
The push came just one day after the president rolled out the toughest federal vaccine mandates to date, including a new rule that employers with at least 100 employees must require workers to get their shots.
And see, that's another thing too. Is they're not even like requiring vaccinations. You can get tested weekly too if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Like they're not forcing you or anything. Like.
You have options.
You have options, yeah. Like I mean, unless you work for the federal, like you have a federal government job. But although I think I saw somewhere that he wasn't requiring the post office to, which is interesting. But there might be a reason for that, or that might not even be true.
The post office?
Yeah, like the postal service. I heard he wasn't requiring them to.
Nearly 24 Republican governors
I bet they
have
are.
publicly
Dude, why would you
plan.
rather get tested every week than just getting a vaccine? And
well, I think that's the point. I think the point of it is it's supposed to be something that's like so annoying that you would have to. It's like we're being held back. Like we could get this under control and not even have to think about these 2 garbage years. Like Denmark has shown. Like, come on, if we can get like 80%. And also, like, the thing is about Denmark, though, too, is, like, a lot of these other countries like this, like, they're really, like society-driven, where it's, like, they're interested in the greater good versus, like, America, who's, like, all about individual freedoms. He pointed at nightclubs being the last thing to open because it is the activity associated with the highest risk of transmission. A bunch of drunk people hanging out together? Hell yeah, it is. So, do you guys know who, you guys ever seen Dr. House? Or House, I guess is the name of the show. Hugh Laurie. Apparently he took a jab at the anti-vaxxers. I don't know. No, you've never seen House? If you haven't seen House, you should watch House. It's a great freaking show. We're gonna watch this clip from the show. This is old. This isn't in relation to. This is just.
If you haven't seen House, you're getting banned.
No, this is just like the previous anti-vaxxers, what they were before. Yeah. Like, COVID's like the greatest thing to ever happen to the anti-vax community. They're like, oh, there's so many of us now. Yeah.
No formula, just mommy's healthy natural breast milk.
Breast.
Yummy.
You might have to watch that.
Face just got swollen like this overnight.
Mm-hmm. No fever. Glands normal.
Hugh Laurie is
Missing
awesome.
her
He's actually a
vaccination
musician.
dates.
We're not vaccinating.
Look at his face. Look at his face. That's so funny.
Gribbit. Gribbit. Gribbit.
Think they don't work?
I think some...
Hold on, can we watch that again? House just makes me think one guy likes houses and takes a baby to his house to sell a baby house. Yes. That's like my facial expression every time someone says anything anti-vax.
Yeah. It's like, what?
Like, what?
Gribbit. Gribbit.
Think they don't work?
I think some multinational
Your giggle
pharmaceutical
sounds
company
just
wants
like
me to think
hers.
they work.
May I? Ribbit. 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 Yeah, all natural, no dyes is a good business. All natural children's toys. Toy companies, they don't arbitrarily mark up their frogs. They don't lie about how much they spend on research and development. And the worst that a toy company could be accused of is making a really boring frog. You know what's
Just
a
even
really
get it.
good business? Teeny tiny baby coffins. Frog green, fire engine red. Really. The antibodies in yummy mum
Gordon
only
Ramsay
protect the kid
2.0,
for 6
yes.
months, which is why these companies think they can gouge you. They think that you'll spend whatever they ask to keep your kid alive. Want to change things? Prove them wrong. A few hundred parents like you decide they'd rather let their kid die than cough up $40 for a vaccination. Believe me, prices will drop really fast. Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
Look, here the baby's like, what?
Tell me what she has.
Well, we don't know for sure. Laurie is aiming squarely at the anti-vaccine movement with his most recent tweet. There are some presidents. Oh, yeah, I have his tweet up here, too. We'll look at that. In December, Laurie took the moment to reach out to the medical community, which had been working through a particularly tough period of the COVID pandemic. I'm sure lots of people have said this already. I just haven't seen it anywhere. But thank you to all scientists, researchers, administrators, technicians, logisticians, for bringing this extraordinary vaccine into existence. See, that's the thing too, is everyone likes to say that, like, oh, the scientists are paid off. You can
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
you can pay any amount of money to get the results that you want. It's like, okay, but not only do you have to pay scientists, you have to pay like
All the doctors,
researchers,
the nurses.
doctors, nurses, lab technicians. Like, you'd have to pay off so many people. Like,
And it's just not possible
And you
that they
couldn't-
would.
yeah, and you couldn't even pay them off once. You'd have to continuously
For the
pay
rest
them
of their
off.
living
Yeah.
life.
Because, like, all it would take is, like, you pay somebody off, and then, like, they're like, well, I can make more money, like, now telling my story to some independent news station or something.
Yeah.
It's like, yes. So this is his tweet. I think it's pretty obvious what he's getting at here. It says, I find the injunction, think for yourself, very stirring. Until I remember that I could never have conceived of 99% of the concepts I rely on every day to survive. I'm extremely grateful for those who have taught for me, or have thought for me. Some people seem to believe that their research, aka stuff they read on Facebook, is anything like the research scientists do. I'm glad I can rely on real scientific work, so do my own research. And the thing is, too, is you can read all these papers. Like, it's not like it's some hidden thing. Like, they're all out there. You could read them yourself. At some point, you have to place your trust in others because of how to design airplanes. They would be considerably more crashy. Yes, that is very true. I'm gonna heart that one. That's a good one. I'm gonna heart this one too, because it's actually my first time on Twitter in a really long time.